Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video what I'm going to be doing is reading a book every day for the next 5 days. So today is Sunday, I'm starting it today, and today I'm going to be reading Frida McFadden's new book, The Boyfriend, I think it's called. I'm just going to put a little picture of the cover there so you can see it. And yeah, that's as simple as it is really. I'm going to read a book a day and I'm going to check in with you every morning and every night and tell you about the books I read, basically. So yeah, let's get into the video. Hi everybody, just a quick update. It is just after midnight, hence the reason I'm whispering, because everybody's asleep in my house right now. I have just finished Frida McFadden's The Boyfriend, and I did quite enjoy it. To be honest, I did see the twist coming, and it was a bit more obvious than some of Frida's other books, but I still did really like it. I love a Frida McFadden book anyway, so I knew I'd like it, and it had the usual short chapters that her books have, and it was really easy to get through. So if you haven't read it yet and you do like Frida McFadden, definitely have a look into this one. Like I say, I did see the twist coming in this one though. It was a bit more obvious than some of her other books, but other than that, it was pretty good. I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and yeah, that's basically my thoughts on it. I don't want to tell you the ending just in case you do want to go and read it, but it was pretty good. I'm not entirely sure what I want to read tomorrow yet. I am between 3 different physical books and whatever's on my Kindle, to be honest. So the 3 physical books I've got are Elsewhere by Gabrielle Zevin, Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas, Girls in Tears by Jacqueline Wilson. This is the last one in the series before the one she's just released, so I do want to get to this one soon. I'm not entirely sure. I'm thinking either one of those or something on my Kindle. I'm going to see what I feel like in the morning and go from there. I'm thinking maybe something a bit light with me trying to read it in one day. Maybe Crown of Midnight might be a bit too much with it being fantasy, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I'll see what I feel like. I don't want to be too easy on myself, but at the same time, I don't want to make it too difficult either, if that makes sense. So, I'll see what I feel like and go from there. Anyway, I'm gonna go to sleep now and I will check up with you guys in the morning. Hi everyone, so it's now Monday morning, and I think the book that I'm going to read today is this one, Elsewhere by Gabrielle Zevin. As you can tell, probably by my face, I'm still not 100% on this, but it has been on my TBR for a while, so I thought, well, what better time to read it than now? And it sounds pretty good, to be honest. It's not very thick, so I don't think it's going to take me too long to get through, so I might read this and then start tomorrow's book after, but I'll see what I feel like. I'm going to go with this one for now. So I'm going to read this and I will check in with you when I'm finished. Right, so I've just finished Elsewhere by Gabrielle Zevin, and I really enjoyed this book. I haven't rated it on Goodreads yet because I just want to process what happened first before I do that. But I think it's going to be a 4 out of 5 stars, to be honest. I really enjoyed this. I read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow a couple of years ago by the same author and really didn't get on with it, to be honest. But I've read two of their books this year, Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac and this one, and I've really enjoyed both of them. So I'm really tempted to go back and reread that book, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow again, to see if my rating changes on that, because every other book of theirs I've read, I've really enjoyed. So I might do that at some point. But yeah, this one specifically I thought was absolutely brilliant. It follows Liz, this teenager that ends up passing away, and she ends up in this place called Elsewhere, where you age backwards. And it's basically her coming to terms with the fact that she's not on Earth anymore, and how she wraps her head around how life is going forward, if that makes sense. But it's really good, and the chapters are quite short, which I love in a book anyway, and I did find it really engaging. I found it really hard to put down. I wanted to find out what was happening next, which is important in a good book, I think. So, yeah, it is YA too, so a fairly easy one to read. If you do want something a little bit like that, I do recommend it. It is really good. So, this was book 2. I'm not entirely sure what to read next. Maybe something on my Kindle again. I'm going to have a look and see. I might start a new one tonight. I might leave it for tomorrow. I'm going to see what I feel, because it's about 10:30 now, so I probably won't go to sleep yet. But I don't know if I'm wanting to start tomorrow's book yet either, if that makes sense. So I'm going to see what I feel like, and I will check in with you guys in the morning and let you know what's happening. But anyway, that's the end of book 2, and I will check up with you very soon. Hi everybody, so I've started Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laurie Gilmore, and I'm really enjoying it, to be honest. I didn't really enjoy Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but I did hear that the second one was better, so I thought I'd give it a go. And like I say, really enjoying it, and I'm going to finish reading that one today for my third book and my Tuesday read, and I'll give you all an update when I'm finished. Right, so it's getting late, but I have just finished the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laurie Gilmore, and I did prefer this one to the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. To be honest, it was better story-wise. I like the characters better, and I quite enjoyed it. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. But yeah, there's not a lot to say about it really. It's a cute little romance, very Hallmarky. I've seen it described as a Hallmark film in book version, and I see where they're coming from, because that's very much the vibe it gives off. But yeah, that's about it. Like I say, there's not really a lot I can say on it. It's just a cute romance. It was good. I liked it. And yeah, so this was day 3, and I want to go to sleep now and see what I feel like reading in the morning for book 4. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. So for book 4, I have decided to read Girls and Tears by Jacqueline Wilson. It is the last one in the series before her new book, Think Again, so I might have to get that one on order at some point. I'm really looking forward to reading it. I haven't got my copy on me right now because it is downstairs and I'm upstairs, but I'm sure you'll see it in the video later on. But anyway, I'm going to get to reading that and I will update you all a little bit later on. Hi everyone. So ignore how tired I look. I am so ready for bed right now. So just bear with me. But I have just finished reading Girls in Tears by Jacqueline Wilson. It was quite a quick read, with it being a YA. The chapters are quite short, the writing's fairly easy to follow along with, and I did really enjoy it. Like I have said in previous videos, I read these as a teenager and wanted to reread them now because Jacqueline Wilson wrote an adult book based on these characters for her adult readers that used to read these as teenagers, if that makes sense. And I wanted to remind myself of these before I then went to buy Think Again. So I've been slowly making my way through these, and this is the last one in the original four before the new one. They follow the stories of Ellie, Magda, and Nadine and their teenage lives basically, and what they get up to at school, what they get up to with boyfriends, what they get up to out of school. And Jacqueline Wilson does tend to touch on some sensitive topics, so they are quite informative as well. Like I say, I did used to read these as a teenager, so I knew I'd like them anyway, but it's very interesting to read them from an adult perspective rather than a teenager perspective, if that makes sense. But I am still really enjoying them. So, yeah, that's all there is to say on it, really. But this was book 4 and day 4, so I will check in with you in the morning with the final book of this challenge. So I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. So today's the last day of the challenge, and the book I've picked for today's read is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It is on my Kindle, and my Kindle is currently not in the room with me, so I will put a little picture of the cover here. But yeah, that's today's read. I have read some Taylor Jenkins Reid before and really enjoyed it, so I am hopefully really going to enjoy this one, but I'm going to see how it goes. I will check in with you later on. See you then. So I've just finished One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it was so good. I did really enjoy it. It follows the story of Emma and her husband, but then her husband gets on a plane and doesn't come home again. She assumes that he's passed away at sea, and it's about her moving on with her life and finding her new partner, Sam. But then, just as she's about to marry Sam, her husband comes back, and it's about her navigating her life and who she's meant to be with and finding herself and things like that. And I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I did rate this a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, so it's pretty high up. And it was a romance, but with a bit more depth to it, if that makes sense. But yeah, really good. I was expecting to like it anyway because everything I've read of Taylor Jenkins Reid's I have enjoyed. So I had high hopes anyway, but it did definitely live up to my expectations. So if this is one you haven't read yet and it takes your interest, I definitely recommend having a read. But yeah, this was book 5 of my 5-day challenge. So I did manage to read the 5 books in 5 days. So that was the end of my reading 5 books in 5 days challenge. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please like, comment and subscribe underneath, and I will see you all again next week.